Hi, I'm Ashley Appap.
And I'm Hayley Tanto.
Welcome to Call an Adult, a Pretty Little Liars recap podcast.
Each week we'll dive headfirst into the absolutely bonkers world of PLL as we recap the iconic series.
Where everyone is hot.
And no one calls an adult.
Let's go, bitches!
A.
Hello!
Ha ha ha!
Hello!
Hola!
I'm at a place called Vertigo.
Go on, girl. Welcome.
Is that the lyrics?
I think
I'm at a place. I always say I'm at a place called Vertigo.
I'm at a place called Vertigo, and that it's a spiritual place when you have vertigo that you go to. You vertigo there.
Yeah, you vertigo. Okay, I'm going to open this Coke on camera.
Everyone,
It fell over in the car.
will it explode? Oh, it's hidden technically. It's hidden from your. Yeah.
You can talk people through it.
Hey guys, so Hayley's just cracked a classic
Okay, nothing happened.
Coke, and it was a beautiful thing to see because it was joy, and there was a precision to it. That was expertise. What balance?
Thank you so much. All right, now we're recording. When I have a Coke, we're recording.
We weren't recording until Hayley had a Coke, and that's why I couldn't say words properly. Also, we haven't recorded in a little bit.
In a little bit. I guess only 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
It feels
but
longer.
It has been there's been a new year.
There's been a whole new year.
Even though this comes out at some point, but
That isn't
at
that
some point, that's
day.
not the new year.
Hey, it's still a new year to
And it's-
old years.
A new me.
And what's new about you? You open your Coke on pod.
What's old about me? I'm still drinking a Coke on pod.
What's new about me?
Blah, blah, blah.
My water bottle is in the dishwasher. So we've got a classic pump spring water
I can't tell you
situation.
how badly this needs a good wash.
Yeah, it was like it was like, oh, I can't, she will
Be washed. It is crazy when you like stick your finger in just like around like the rim. Ooh. And you feel like slime. And you're like, oh, cool, I've just been drinking slime. And
Slime.
yes, I drink slime.
Some of us have got to do it. Kids play with it. Women drink it.
Women love to drink.
No one's talking about the gender role of women drinking slime.
No.
Ugh.
It's what makes us beautiful.
That's what the song was about.
Yeah,
Our slime.
for sure.
And drinking it.
That's exactly what One Direction was singing about.
And what direction are we going to go in?
A fucked one. A black. Oh my God, I forgot to ask you. I guess I'll ask you on pod.
Yes.
And I have a series of pictures for you. I've already pitched you one thing.
Hayley walked in today and was like,
One, I walked in singing Rock DJ by Robbie Williams.
and I just started singing. I just joined in the second I saw
Because
her.
Ash is amazing.
And then she like walked across the room, like put something down, then walked back and was like, I've got a pitch for you.
I've got a pitch.
It was amazing.
It was very other kind of Coke energy. But I'm only on this Coke.
She says. Who can tell? Who can know?
What the fuck was I going to say?
I just want to feel real love.
Oh, my pitch is, can we make this episode black and white?
From this point on, it will be
Yes.
like a white. It'll be the reverse.
I'm like Spencer drinking. This is like my pills, and I just had some, and now the episode's turned black and white.
Absolutely,
now.
yes.
Okay.
That's so funny. Or like the reverse Wizard of Oz.
Yes. That
Well,
was in
PLL did it
That was in the
first.
trivia notes, and I did not put that in because I thought that was stupid.
Yeah. Well,
Well, it's not trivia.
it's just a fact. It's just kind of like isn't it all trivia just something to someone and not facts?
I guess it's trivia. It's trivial.
It's trivial pursuit. And the pursuit that we will be
Keep going.
segues today. The segues are
They're great.
Ugh.
I think they're very good.
Thank you.
I think the episode that we're covering, calls for. I think the episode
Some
we're covering calls
confusion.
for weak segues, for unjustified.
Yes, it calls for
segues.
weak segues. It calls for groans that we don't need to explain.
Yeah,
It calls for shaking of heads and leaving of rooms.
yeah.
Not the episode of the podcast, though.
No, the episode of the podcast, one of the best we've ever done, and
Already.
I'm calling it.
We've been in black and white for 2 minutes and we've never looked better.
And we have to speak like this the whole time.
Oh.
No, we can't. And that wasn't accurate either.
I was thinking, I was like, what's the kind of voice Toe Berkey does during this episode?
Oh my
And then I was like,
God.
I can't even attempt it.
I'll save it. Well, should we do it? Let's do our segment, Seggies.
Seggies.
Let's do our pre-Seggies.
Guys, we're going to pre-seg.
I'm so excited to talk about the episode. So okay, I'll hold off.
It's time to talk to the 12-year-olds. I'm feeling really dramatic this episode because I'm like,
Well, we're in black and white.
We are
you
in
can't
black.
grade us to black and white.
If you listen to this and you
would be
don't
so
watch,
funny.
you're missing out on the reveal of a century that we also are black and white.
We're in black and white.
Not just the girl is of rosewood. Okay.
They all looked so beautiful.
They looked
It was fucked
Do you
up.
think they shot it on film? Do we know that? Trivia.
Trivia? Probably
maybe.
not. Let me look it
It
up.
looked so good, but also I guess it is the digital age.
It is the
So
digital
it's
age.
supposed to look good. It's not supposed to look not
You look
good.
up 12-year-olds. I'm going to look up if they shot it on film.
Okay, I'm not going to look up the phrase 12-year-olds.
You look up 12-year-olds.
I'd rather, I don't want, there's many reasons I don't want to do that.
You look up 12-year-olds.
And I'll look up 13-year-olds.
And I'll turn on my personal hotspot so I can
Okay.
connect to the internet.
All right. Well, while my techno toy boy over there gets some techno
Oh,
stuff
Caleb
done.
would have looked so sexy in this episode.
I know. It's such a shame. It's such a shame that he's in that horrible place. That
the
should be in black and
fuck?
white. Ravenswood should be in black and white.
We had to get so much Toberky, God bless him. But like, we could have had
Toberky.
Caleb in hat.
Oh, yeah.
And instead we had Toberky in hat in an interrogation room, and it was so tough.
Toberky gave more.
Toberky did give more.
And
I don't know if
we-
I wanted it.
I don't think anyone would. We love you. We love you, Toberky.
Oh my God. Keegan Allen, we love you.
Absolutely. Tuberculosis. Okay. It's time to hear from the 12-year-olds, which of course the angels that write the Wikipedia episode description. But before we do, I've got to tell you about the episode. It is season 4, episode 19, titled Shadow Play, which is creepy to me. This
Yes.
episode was both written and directed by Joseph Doherty. Get it, King?
King had a crack.
King cracked. I think you've gone crack.
I reckon he gone crack.
I reckon you've gone crack.
I reckon he gone crack.
This episode came out on February 11th, 2014. So if that is your birthday, happy birthday to you. It's my cousin's birthday. Happy birthday,
Oh,
Kristen.
happy birthday to Cuz.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah, if it's your birthday. But also happy birthday to Jennifer Aniston, one of the
Oh my
titular
God.
friends.
Beautiful girl.
Taylor Lautner, the male one that we know from the movies, not his
Beautiful
wife,
boy.
who is also Taylor Lautner.
That's crazy.
It is. Oh, happy birthday to Brandy. Happy birthday.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Happy birthday to Callie Rowland.
Beautiful.
Happy birthday to Thomas Edison.
I thought you were going to be like Thomas Engine. Like Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh my God. I have to find a photo of me as Thomas Edison from primary school. And it's very funny because I'm just in a suit sitting at a table alone looking sad.
What was the reference picture?
I don't know.
Was he sad in it?
I don't know. I don't know why I was Thomas Edison.
Was it Science Day or something?
Must have been.
That's so funny.
I don't know if it was like dressed as your hero or if it was like dressed as like an inventor or whatever.
Haley, one of your heroes. It's his
I'll
birthday.
post it. I'll post it.
That is so funny.
Anyway, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Thomas Edison. Oh my God. There are so many people's birthdays.
Can
who
confirm
were
that I do
born.
not think this episode was shot on film.
Okay, great.
I mean,
Happy
I can't confirm it, but
The final happy birthdays to Sheryl Crow,
oh,
Icon. And Icon. The number one song now from the day of release, which is of course February 11th, 2014. Haley, what do you think? What are you thinking right now? Before I even tell you what the options are, what do you think it could be? You know, where are we at? It's February 2014. Place yourself there. What are you hearing on the charts? What are you hearing in the stores?
wait, what date is it again? Sorry,
February 11,
Feb 11, 2014.
2014.
Fuck. Man, after you said Kelly Rowland, I have like motivation in my head. You know, like put it in, put it. Is that motivation? I think so.
I think so.
It's not Normani's motivation,
Yeah.
which is also
Which
great.
is what I heard in my head when you said that.
So now I can't like think of what is going on. Was it like Timber was around at that? Like, what did we learn from the last recording?
How can either
Which
of us
was
know?
last year.
It was a whole year ago, guys.
Lest
Give us
we
a
forget.
break.
So
Lest. All right, I'm gonna give you some options.
Help me.
You ready? Help you. I just want to see what she might be thinking about. Okay.
Beyonce had released her album,
Well, I was
the
going to ask
visual
you,
album.
was the number one song on this date "Drunk in Love"?
Oh my God. Well,
Beyonce
like,
featuring Jay-Z. Was it "Dark Horse" by Katy Perry? For a split second, I thought you were just going and singing it, and I was like, "Oh, it's a song."
It's a woman's world, and we're lucky to be living in it.
We are so lucky.
I was doing Dark Horse. Is that like
It was. You know, it was right. It was perfect.
Listeners, let me know if you want the remix.
Let's look it out in the remix. Okay. Or was it Timber?
Fuck. I think it was Timber last time.
Okay.
I don't think Drunk in Love is number. I don't know if it ever got to number one. It got to number one in my
Heart.
iTunes store of a heart. Dark Horse didn't.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Timber. I'm yelling Timber.
And upon yelling Timber, you have yelled the incorrect answer.
Oh my God, is it Drunk in Love?
It's Dark Horse.
No, it's a Dark Horse. That's crazy. No, you were. I don't think I know a single lyric.
Me neither.
That is a good song.
It's That's so,
So you
funny.
wanna play with magic?
Ooh.
Is that the song?
Yeah.
We
know it.
Yeah, no, it is good. I'm surprised. I didn't know it was number one.
Well, you.
I hope Drunk in Love makes it to number one.
Well-
As I said, it was like that album was all I listened to that summer.
For future episodes now, you're going to have Drunken Love on the mind.
I can't do, you know the bit at the start?
Yes.
Could not do that.
You could, and you would kill
Now
him.
Jay-Z has ruined everything, maybe.
Maybe he had the whole along and we just didn't know.
We won't say anything
We won't
about.
say anything about anything except for the 12-year-olds who are, of course, the icons who, right, the episode description on Wikipedia. So, without further ado. Spencer, Emily, and Hannah search Ezra's classroom and find Ali's diary. Spencer takes it home with her. Meanwhile, Aria and Ezra spend time together.
No.
Tired from staying awake thanks to her prescription pills, Spencer falls into a state of trance.
A state of trance?
A state of trance.
I guess so.
Spencer's thoughts become transformed into a black and white 1940s film noir era. Into a black... Okay, well, here we go. The 12-year-old's first slip up grammatically. Imaginary moments include Toby accusing Spencer of keeping secrets, Allison accusing Spencer of becoming dependent on the pills, and Ezra whispering to Aria that he
Dependent
knows
on the
Allison
pills.
is still alive. Dependent on the pills. Of course, none of this is real. Just...
Of course.
Of course, its own sentence.
None of this is real.
None of this is real. Oh, Mamma mia, God, how I love the 12-year-olds. It's been a whole year since I spoke to them, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Just before Spencer snaps out of it, Toby tells her to look at the pages in Ali's diary. When she comes to, she goes back to Ali's diary and scans the pages using her mental revelation of Toby's insight. Spencer returns to Emily and Hannah with the diary and tells them that seemingly minor but important details have been altered. The girls realise that they were meant to find the diary. And since it has been altered, Ezra knows that they know. They decide it is time to warn Aria, but when they find her, they are surprised to see that she is happy and kissing Ezra at her house. There's an A ending. An A message from A is shown in the dressing room in Spencer's dream. What?
That was stupid.
12-year-olds, you get a D for that one. You get a D for that
But
one.
I did love.
But I still loved it.
What did they say again? What was that little bit that was like?
It was all a dream, of course.
Yes, of course.
Of course, none of this is real.
I like that.
Alison accusing Spencer of becoming dependent on the pills.
I loved on the pills.
Incredible stuff.
I love that.
The Goyles.
Okay, so let's talk about our overall thoughts of this episode just quickly because we posted on our stories being like, so I just posted that I was watching the episode, right? Because it had come up a lot. People had messaged and comment, be like, oh my God, that black and white episode's coming. And I'm like, yay. And I'm like, Dale, sit down next to me. We got to watch it. Mm-hmm. Then I put it up. Someone replied like, this is my favorite episode ever. I'm so glad you're watching it. Our friend of the pod, Ali Sheehan, replied with all caps, boo and rotten tomatoes.
Yeah.
Which made me like very interested in what everyone thought of it. And I will read out everyone's opinions at the end because we got and then I put up a story being like, what was your opinion? And oh my God, there is not one in the middle opinion. People love it or they hate it.
It is a polarizing.
It's so polarizing.
Piece of film.
It was crazy.
What are your thoughts? I want to hear yours.
I thought it was gorgeously useless.
Name of title of it.
I don't know how else to it was stunning.
It was gooseless.
And it was fun. It was gooseless. There was not a geese in sight.
Nor gander.
I was taking a gander at all the girls, but there was no geese nor gander.
Oh, I was taking a gurgle. I was taking a gander at the girls. Well, there are no geese to gander.
Yeah, everyone looked stunning. I think after 10 minutes I was bored.
Yeah.
And I do think I didn't hate it, I guess. I think at the end I was like, okay, let's wrap it up. Especially because it's not real.
Yes.
This is really useless. But I will say, I think when I watched it the first time, I remember being very annoyed at it because when you're waiting week to week, maybe I was binging it, but still when you're waiting week to week, it's like at episode 419,
yeah,
when literally they're trying to be like, is Ezra A? And then they're like, let's go into Spencer's mind.
And then let's waste an episode
by
giving one clue that isn't really that big a deal because we've already seen that Ezra knows as the audience. Like all it is the girls getting up to where we're at. And it's like, give us, if you're going to take away 45 minutes of story, give us more.
I think it could have been 10 minutes. And someone messaged us, and I'll read it out at the end, but someone did message us saying like, I think it is more of an Arya thing. Like it would have suited Arya better.
Yeah.
Because it's a black and white movie.
We know that she loves those.
But I do think there is I'm glad it exists because I'm like, I think it's so PLL. It's so camp and stupid and gorgeously useless, but I don't know where it exists. But it's not episode 419.
Goseless.
It's gooseless.
It's not 419.
What are your thoughts?
I don't think it should have been a full episode. I completely agree with you. I think I found myself being really like, wow, it just looks so beautiful. At the very least, congratulations to whoever was doing the camera work and all and like that, like stunning thoughts, the costuming, makeup, they all looked amazing.
It was insane how beautiful everyone looked.
Right? There were lines and moments that I was like, funny. Silly.
Yeah.
Hannah working the switchboards. The most every woman she's ever been loved it.
Yeah.
She is every woman. She is in all of our phone lines.
Yes.
And the rest of it fucking hated it. I don't understand. There was a waste of story for us trying to get to the moment, as you said, week by week. And I am sometimes a fan for like, it was all a dream. If it feels like it gave us something, it didn't give us anything. We didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a crazy, I just screamed into the mic. It's a crazy time in this episode where it's up to. It's like, it's crazy to stop the story like that. We're so close to the chairlift. We're so close to the chairlift.
To think that is just beyond this hurdle, knowing that, I feel like makes this more bearable. But we didn't know that when we were watching. I have to burp.
A little one.
A little one.
Ashley Benson is incredible in this episode. She looks amazing. I was like obsessed with her and she acts her ass off. Her and Troyan in particular are so suited to the epi, and Ian Harding.
Oh, God.
Ian Harding eats it. Oh, and Mona, duh. Janelle Parrish, obviously.
She can do anything and everything and does and will.
And actually, Lindsay Shaw was really good. I do have a note somewhere about Lindsay Shaw being like, one, beautiful, and two, very good at acting in this episode.
Yep. Slay mama. Before we start getting into the bits, I just want to say one thing.
Please.
That I read in our Instagram recently that I feel like needs to get a shout out from our wonderful listener, Wit, sent us important information about the coffee cart in a school. Okay?
Oh my God, yes.
I just want to...
Boots on the ground, Wit.
Boots on the ground journalism investigation happening
Yep.
in real time. Okay, so this is what Wit has to say. At my high school, 2002 to 2006, in the US, we did have a coffee cart, lol. We had to pay for the coffee and it was open from 7 a.m. to about 12:30 p.m. I'm a teacher now working at the high school I used to go to, Slay Mama.
Oh, I love.
And the coffee cart has now expanded to a full store. Oh my, to be at a school and see like the evolution of school from when you went, that's amazing.
That is crazy.
They still sell coffee as well as sodas, energy drinks, cookies, candy, merch for the school, etc. Coffee carts are actually pretty common here in the US, but they're not at every school. At my school, we have a person who owns a small business and runs it. That makes sense. I feel like the canteens.
I love that. I would do that.
Yeah. Like that, my school had like a canteen that was like a catering.
Ours was just run by mothers.
Ours was when I was in like junior school and middle school, but then senior schools. My school was weird. Anyway, they run it and they come in every day with their own employees. If they're sick, the coffee cart is stopped. If they are sick, the coffee cart / shop is closed that day. I live in a much larger town than Rosewood. I'm not sure how common coffee carts are in small towns in the US, but doesn't surprise me. I'll say that. There you
Love
go.
that. That was truly boots on the ground information.
That makes so much sense.
Love that. I want a coffee cart.
For here right now?
Yeah, right here, right now.
All right. I can make it happen, but
Thank you so much to Wit, because that's incredible to know.
stuff. Because we've been wondering for so long about the intricacies of this school.
Can I say one more thing about shadow play as a as a whole?
Yes.
Shadow play as a whole. Okay.
Shadow hole is a play.
Shadow hole is a play. Speaking of the real anus of things, I think that's what Hannah says. I have it in my notes.
I know, it's amazing. It's line of the episode.
I was just going to say that I am thankful this episode exists because it's
stupid.
This and like Halloween Train and the Dollhouse, they're all famous for different reasons, and I'm glad that this episode exists.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't think it should exist where it does, but I think that's okay. Like, we've moved on.
And we get to now, because it exists, we get to watch it again. And if you're watching along with us, you have to watch it again. So it's community.
We are building community.
It's teaching us to endure this episode.
Yes. This episode is about resilience when you think about it.
It's about building up a thick skin. Okay?
And having Toe Berkey scream at you, look at the pages, look at the pages or in the pages. I don't know what he says. And I'm like, she is shush.
The pages.
Go build.
Love you.
We love Toe
Love you,
Berkey,
King.
love Keegan Allen.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right, do you want to hear what Stan says?
Let's go.
Here's what Australian streaming service Stan says. A special black and white episode nods to 1940s film noir.
And what a nod.
Sounds like that.
Sounds like that. Absolutely. Okay. We begin this episode with the girls looking through Ezra's classroom.
Right beforehand as well, the classroom is empty because all the chairs are up on the tables, and on the blackboard it says, you start a question and it's like starting a stone. You sit quietly on the top of a hill and away the stone goes, starting others. I wrote that down. Just because I'm like, anything written on Ezra's blackboards is important, thematic. Yeah. And I forgot this is all part of the Dr. Jekyll, this is the Jekyll Hyde situation. Mm-hmm. But it is like we have the questions create more questions.
Which is this whole show.
And now Spencer, Emily, and Hannah are here in the ugliest outfits I've ever seen.
Very, very ugly. They find Alison's journal in a manila envelope in one of the drawers in the desk. And they're like,
yeah. Imagine if PLL had like Hannah Montana style transitions that were just like them leaving. It's like, and it's like Byron cheating.
It would all be in a minor tone because it would have to be scary. It would be like, oh, yeah. You'd be
I'm like, don't know. Imagine if it had Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, like choral. Yeah. So for some reason they leave the classroom. Do they think Mona? They hear a noise.
They see
leave
Mona in the
classroom.
hallway.
Yeah.
And she goes into Ezra's classroom herself. So they're like, she takes a big old stack of files, and I've written while wearing huge heels. Lol.
Always.
She's always in those
Always
20
in the
inches.
big shoes.
The next thing I have written down is that Hannah says, "I cannot worry about anything else. My brain is full." And I said, "Me."
I swear, okay, I have a very similar, I swear Hannah's been saying that once an episode in a different way because it's my favorite kind of Hannah line.
Yeah.
Dale said something really similar. So you said me when she said that. Okay, so Spencer's like sniffing because she's ruining her body with drugs, with the pills. The pills.
The pills.
Capital T, capital P, the pills. Oh yeah. And so, and she like sniffs and Hannah's like, "Are you like getting a cold?" And Dale said, "Me." Because he hates when people he is very afraid of getting a cold.
Yeah.
And I also, if someone sniffs, I'm like, "Do you want a tissue?" Or I try not to, and it's not bad, but I'm just like, I hate sniffing.
And we're in an allergy-prone city too.
Especially after COVID.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. But so you both said me about different things.
What could be more Dale and I than relating to others? That's the thread.
And that's why I love you both, even though Dale's the
anus of it all.
The anus of it all. Emily has a very funny, not Emily has a funny line, but Emily goes, "What do you want me to do? Interrogate my girlfriend about her summer fling?" And Hannah and me and Dale all said at the same time, yes. Yeah. And I assume you said this. It was like, yeah, that's not hard. That's not a tall order. You've like survived stabbings or something. I don't know.
You've killed someone.
You've literally killed someone.
You've taken a life.
You've run up a lighthouse.
Regardless of killing, the fact that you ran all the way up to the top of
you ran up a lighthouse.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yes,
of a traumatic
we want
situation.
you to ask your girlfriend about her summer fling.
Get over it.
And then is that when Hannah says, "Get real, this is all about the anus of things"?
Yes.
Line of the ep.
Line of the ep. This is all about the anus of things. And that's what I said when there was that shower scene. Yeah.
Do you have any notes on that scene? I feel like I tore through it a bit.
No, I just wrote Arya talking about writing a villain story, for fuck's sake. It's my next note. So that's where I am.
Ezra and Arya are driving home from the cabin, I assume. And okay, this is chilling because before she says that, she complains about having so much homework to do when she gets home.
Bitch,
That's chilling.
When have you ever had homework to do? Any of them. Let's be honest.
also, like, imagine,
seems like Spencer always has homework and the rest of them never have homework. Or they just never do it.
I think they're doing so much. But the fact that like she has been at a cabin with her elderly boyfriend.
A geriatric boyfriend.
All weekend. And she's like, I have to catch up on homework. Also, he would have teaching work to do. I don't know about your sister's a teacher.
Not anymore. She quit this year. She's a full-time photographer now.
Oh, well, my brother's a teacher. Dale's sister is a teacher.
My mum's a teacher though.
Your mum's a teacher. They work on weekends. They work all the time.
It is.
Shout out to all our dolls who are teachers.
Thank you and shout out. DeWitt. Oh my God, Wit.
You all deserve a coffee from the coffee cart.
Go get a coffee from the coffee cart. Go get one of the energy drinks. Whatever your heart desires. Okay?
Whatever you want, a tea.
You know what I could have right now? A buttercream.
Oh. Okay, so then she has homework and then she says she's writing a story maybe, and she does. She waxes lyrical about villains. They talk about it and he's like, maybe some villains win in the end. He says something, or like they talk about villains winning in the end, and it's fine.
It's very Joker of him.
Very Joker. We live in a society.
And there are pedophiles in that society and he's one of them. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then begin the saga the world we're about to go into becomes apparent to us because we see Spencer watching a black and white movie in her little wall-mounted tilted TV that all of them seem to have in their kitchens.
And no other movies exist in this universe aside from Transformers 2 and Insidious 2.
And black and white movies.
And black and white movies.
So that's why they're only ever watching black and white movies at home or the trailer for Insidious 2. And of course, Ashley Marin's little situation.
Little situationship with Transformers 2.
Her situationship with Bumblebee. Bumblebee, more like it.
I would write that fanfic.
Write it.
I haven't seen Transformers. I watched Beast Wars as a kid.
Mr. Beast Wars?
Beast Wars is like, it's from like Transformers.
I believe you. I believe you that this exists.
So Spencer takes a bunch of pills or something. I don't know. She's not well. She's sniffing.
She's not well. She's looking through the diary, we should also say. She's she's sniffing through the diary.
And then she gets transformed back to the 1940s. She looks beautiful. We get a black and white intro. Oh,
is she a Transformer?
She is Bumblebee. She's Beast Wars.
She's in the Beast Wars, I tell you what.
Oh my God.
In her head.
Free her.
Free her from, and free us from the black and white, which we will, thank God, once we get through this part. So, of course, we see Spencer quote something for no reason. She says, down these mean streets, a man just go who is not himself mean. A man must go, maybe? Did I typo?
Down
these mean streets,
a man must go.
Just go.
I think it's must go.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong.
And then, it's about like he's not mean, because then Toberky says this to her at the end, but he
not mean
switches
himself.
the pronouns, which I guess is like going to a dark place, but you're not a dark person. You're a good person.
She pops a pill as she does it. And into the 1940s she goes. As everything becomes B&Dubs.
B&Dub. And then she looks amazing. It truly gagoo.
Is the definition of gagoo.
It is. If you look up gagoo in the dictionary, you see Spencer Hastings in this episode and Ashley Benson.
Important to remember.
You see Spencer Hastings, the character, and Ashley Benson, the actress.
You see the two of them. And
the two of them.
Not an intentional plug for our Patreon, but we are recording an episode right after this where we do make definitions for the words in our fake vocabulary. Yes. So now we will have to make a note to literally include those photos.
Yes.
Great. Important.
Good to know. Hope we remember. Toberky walks in. He looks great.
Oh.
He says he wants a drink or something, fixes the man a drink. The noir doesn't help his acting.
It doesn't.
Again, we love him.
We love him. I will say he's wearing a funny hat.
He is. It's like
hat
a fedora
watch.
Maybe. Oh my God. The hat watch in this episode.
Maybe that's why they did it. They were like, one day there'll be two women who are too old to do this, talking about this show, talking about the funny hats.
And we say hat watch.
And we say hat watch. And they thought, let's do one that's all hats.
Thank you, I'm Arlene King.
Thank you for your hats.
Shout out to I'm Arlene King for taking big fucking swings. During this time, to do Ravenswood and Shadowplay, she was taking the swings.
She was taking the swings. And thank you to whoever was giving the swings to her.
I know. WB.
Whoever ran, was it WB at that point or was it CW?
Oh, yeah, they were just filmed at WB. This is around the CW. They were on ABC Family and now it's like freeform.
So an ABC is now owned by I don't fucking know.
Maybe ABC Family at the time had like that was Modern Family on ABC?
I think so.
Maybe they had that Modern Family money by that point.
Oh, well, if they did, thank you to the Modern Family people for making this episode.
I wish shows took these kinds of swings.
I know.
They're stupid. Ravenswood sucked. But like,
let her cook. Let her cook.
Let her cook. Let Arlene King cook.
She's a chef. Let her cook. She makes these little things for us to eat. For us to
Michelin star. Let her cook. They go to the brew at some point. Ezra tries to buy Spencer a coffee.
We also have the titles and they're in black and white too. They put a little vignette situation, a little film grain, blah.
Like this episode.
Oh.
Maybe.
Also, Toberky says, you're spread so thin I can see right through you. That's not the voice at all, but.
He didn't. He tried. He tried to do that.
And sometimes you fail, and that's how you just got to keep getting back up and getting back up again.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Da 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 da. Lonely when you're alone.
What doesn't kill you makes you fighter. Da 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 That's what he was feeling this whole epi.
Absolutely. On the inside, he was like, yeah.
But on the outside, he was like, what's a man got to do to get a drink around here?
What's a man gotta do to get a goddamn stiff drink in the style?
Ain't no other man.
Oh,
Oh my God,
yeah.
I have so many notes.
You know what he was? He was... He was
Candyman.
He was Candyman. He was Christina Aguilera's Candyman.
Swinging on the vine. Candyman. Candyman.
Cut to my year 6 school camp group performance of that.
Oh my God.
And going...
Oh my God.
Crazy.
You giving us that gift and me being Thomas Edison. Perfect.
Oh my God. If only we could have known each other as children.
Oh my God.
In those two
we
outfits.
were only 20 kilometers away from each other. So sad.
We found each other in the end. That's the main thing.
That's all that matters. Okay. Then I wrote Troyan is so good in this ep, which whatever. Oh, I said Ian Fitz. It's weird. Ian Harding's looks are made for noir.
Yes.
He is a classic beauty.
He's gorgeous, man.
And he wants to take Spencer out for lunch at Heart and the Huntsman. She's referencing the board shorts. We get it.
He pays for a coffee.
Yeah, he's
Also-
like, it's 15 cents. Keep the change, hun.
And I say, burned her.
Give her-
Scorched her.
I would love a 15-cent coffee.
Oh my, you think it's any good though? It's not Melbourne style.
Oh, true.
Think
We're
about it.
fussy little fucks over here.
You think Rosewood's gonna have a latte, baby? No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
If it's not made by me at my casa or
At
you at
Sue
your
casa.
casa, I don't want
I don't want
that casa.
I don't want that house. I don't want that cup. And you can take that to the bank right now. Speaking of the bank, he pays her 15 cents for her coffee. And he asks her out to lunch and dinner. What the fuck? He's
Yeah.
desperate for the hookup. You know, he's desperate for that puss.
He says, what is this? Is he like trying to chat to her? Like what?
My interpretation is if this is all her dream, this is her like nightmare. She's like, oh, he's found me out.
Yes. And he's like
Right.
taunt. It's like a taunt of like, let's go have lunch at Hunt and the Huntsman.
Yeah, like I know you saw me there. I know what you
Heart
know.
and the Huntsman, sorry.
Yeah. So then I've written Hannah looks amazing, of course.
Hannah has a fantastic line. She says, the more I see of men, the more I want a dog. And she delivers.
Dog.
I feel like they were all told to be like Mae West vibes or like 1940s, whatever. And I think she took it the most seriously.
She took it, she ran with it, and then she ran to the area where you touch down and she touched the thing down, the ball exploded. Oh,
Hello?
So excited. I whacked a remote.
But she looks, I could not take my eyes. I was like, oh, she belongs in that era.
full time.
Yeah.
Go black on my full time.
Her
Ashley
hair
Benson.
looked so healthy, like the way they styled, and then just
The lip, whoever applied her lip, all the dark lipstick in this episode
but especially hers.
must be some kind of artist extraordinaire.
Can they do makeup for my wedding?
Give her a red lip? Would you have a red lip at your wedding? That seems
No, I would never
out
red
of
lip.
character. Yeah. Me neither. No,
Just Clinique
you know.
Black Honey doll.
Clinique Black Honey till the
Keep
day
it
we die, doll.
simple.
I think I lost mine.
Oh, that's not
Got to check all the pockets.
it's not cheap.
Then they're talking about, while Hannah looks amazing, of course, they suspect that Arya is lying about Ezra, and then Arya appears and lies about things. So they're like, she's lying, and then she lies.
And at least she looks damn good. But at least I look this good.
Oh.
We can
Oh.
be friends. Is that what that is? I think so.
Yes. My brain was like,
What is that? Because I was not in tune.
when was the last time I didn't know? I don't know.
No,
this,
it was
this might
just-
be the first time I didn't know. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I think it's We Can't Be Friends. And she's like, but at least I can't actually
You
sing
did
it in
it
her
right.
tone.
Did it right, believe it.
They're all at this point. I think Emily's here maybe, but they're all acting very demure, very mindful.
Absolutely very mindful. And then someone says, you really have been to the Erie Canal Museum, haven't you?
Oh, so Hannah says that. I also missed that. I assume Spencer in her very Spencer way. You know how Spencer always makes like a little reference to some history smart
And she
thing.
knows everything.
Exactly.
As she should.
And so I think that was her just going
That's
like, you
right.
really have been there. Because I also was like, huh?
So it's you really have been to the Erie Canal Museum, haven't you? And then she goes, twice, which we love.
We do love.
Go girl. Then Spencer makes a call that leads her to the Fitzgerald Art Foundation, which the episode before this, we saw her Googling that, right? Or was it Bing? It was probably Bing. We've talked about this.
Oh, she'd be binging.
Our girls be binging.
She's not binging, she's binging.
She's binging.
Well, she's binging pills.
She's binging straight speed. But she's binging Fitzgerald Art Foundation.
And she's pinging.
And she's pinging,
And
of
she
course.
is pinging off the fucking walls. At some point, Dale says, Toby's giving me Joaquin Phoenix. Have
Yes.
we said this?
No,
Because I'm shocked we haven't, because he is giving Joaquin Phoenix looks.
I got a pitch. We get Dale in, we get Dale in, we get him to tell us who each person is giving.
He would love that. And he's A.
And he is A, so he
And all
doesn't
A
know.
cares about is all A is thinking about is who's given what.
And Toberky giving Joaquin. I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I love that. There's a painting of Alison on the wall
Yes.
in the Hastings living room, right?
I think so. No one knows how it got there. And then, or she's like, I don't know how it got there. And Toberky's like, oh, you're on those pills. Pill shaming.
Pill shaming.
He's
also,
pill shaming.
He's pill shaming and also referring to the painting of Alison. He says, almost feels like she could step right out of the frame and kiss you or slap you in the face.
Put your dick away. Put your fucking dick away.
Keep your hat on.
What
put
a
your dick
weird
away.
thing to say about a painting. She's not going anywhere. She's just a little girl.
Little girl.
Little girl? She's just a 16-year-old girl.
Who they've made to look like Jessica Rabbit.
We're on camera. I don't know what I was trying to do just
was
then
it.
anyway.
Do it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. That's a Jessica Rabbit for you.
She is very Jessica Rabbit in this app.
Yes, absolutely. Then I've written Hannah sees Mona and Ezra.
There's like heavy sax as Ezra looks out a window. Then the hand. There's like hand in frame handing him a stiff drink and it's Mona. They go inside, they shut the blinds, and Hannah is seeing all that from the
That's
street
right.
and she goes, men. And that's great.
Yeah, they're on like a nondescript balcony. I guess because it's a dreamland, we don't need to know
I
where
think
it
it's like
is.
his apartment, but there's a balcony there.
Never knew. Yeah, she says, man, it's funny. And then Spencer looks on and sees Paige and Emily talking about Shana. I don't know where this is, but
Spencer
she sees it.
literally like imagines it. Yeah, she like imagines it in like the set, like a musical theater thing. Like the set kind of comes. It's really pretty.
That's right.
But like that's why it's confusing is that she kind of like looks to the side and like a dream, all of a sudden the brew appears.
My dream. Would love for the brew to appear.
Oh, please.
Give me a Chinese
This is where I wrote that Lindsay Shaw does indeed eat this era up.
Yeah, she does.
is unreal, like so pretty.
breathtaking.
It's weird as well because like they hold hands and then the bartender gives them a greasy. Like the bartender looks at them funny. So they stop and I'm like, cool. So I guess we're like really honoring the era that they
the
can't be like gay
homophobia?
in pub.
Yeah. Gay in pub.
They can't be gay in the pub and they can't, be gay in pub.
In pub.
You can't be gay in the Heart and the Huntsman.
Absolutely
In
not.
pub.
More like Broken Heart and the Huntsman.
Oh.
'Cause you can't be gay in the pub.
You can't be gay in the pub. Nah, nah.
I'ma buy you a drink. I will not buy Emily one because it's gay and you can't
In the pub.
be gay in the pub. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I love that song so much.
Me too. Baby girl. Okay.
What's your name? Anyway, that was like interesting that is also part of the in this world.
Yes.
It's like politically, it's like that's shit.
That sucks. Then Hannah follows Mona and she appears in like 1,000 mirrors.
Yeah, they like the following ends up to like all these mirrors, and then Mona expertly says, "Lose something, honey."
Incredible.
Oh, she is so perfect. And then Mona calls Spencer and she's like, "There's a blonde package
waiting for you.
at apartment 3B. Better hurry up while she's still breathing."
Why did I write there's a blonde package waiting for you? Better pick her up while she's still breathing.
Yeah.
Why must I paraphrase?
Oh, that's it could have been the same. It could have been pickup. We don't know. Can't be gay in the fall, but I know in the meantime, the tears when they fall, baby. And
I'ma buy you a drink. Then Ezra is there and he intimidates Spencer.
yeah, Spencer tells him to leave Arya alone. Oh wait, and then Hannah says, I can't remember the context of this, but Hannah goes, I'm not as used to walking the streets as Mona is. No one, Hannah!
She said, slut.
Gagoo.
Gagoo, she's slut shaming her.
Gagoo girl. And in 2014, we loved slut shaming.
Of course it
Now
was-
we don't. It's bad.
That's bad. Now it was the currency of the time.
At the time,
Unfortunately.
it was very normal.
Very normal. Also, Spencer tells Hannah about the Art Foundation. I don't think it really matters because none of this is real, but I felt like it was important at the time.
Now, Mona says at the end, they like make them a drink. Spencer and Hannah leave eventually.
Yeah.
This is a great scene, by the way. It's really fun. Like these four are all very good actors. These are kind of like cream of the crop vibes, I would say. I don't know why my brain. Anyway, and then like Hannah takes like a carrot, I guess, takes something out of the drink and leaves. Turns out it's a carrot stick because Mona goes to Ezra, I want you to know that was the last carrot stick. And I was like, I don't know what that means.
And
is that meant to be funny and dreamlike, or is that meant to be significant?
Is that Spencer's subconscious telling her to finish the carrots that are about to go off in the fridge?
Oh my God, before they get bendy.
Before
Oh my God.
they get bendy and wet and soft.
Oh, truly.
Oh,
Maybe.
Come on. I actually like them a bit bendy, usually a bit too tough.
It's all right.
My next note says, why is Arya giving camera advice to Paige?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Arya teaches Paige how to use a camera. They talk about love and tree climbing. I don't know what is happening here. That's what I wrote.
I don't understand why it's necessary.
I
would say it's not.
I don't see it and I don't respond to it.
I wonder if their train of thought is like, oh, it's all a dream. Let's just get pairings together we'd normally not have a reason to put together because the brain does that when you're sleeping.
Yeah. It's weird because she's like, I loved climbing trees as a child. And then Paige is like, what changed? She's like, I fell in love. I met a man. I don't know what the point was. I was a bit bored. At this point, I was a bit bored.
Yeah, me too.
I was really watching the first bit and then I was kind of like, all right, let's move it along.
Move it along. 2, Ezra and Toberky drinking. And
They talk about skirts,
that's
women.
all. They talk about skirts. And that's it. No,
Truly, I just wrote Ezra tells Toberky about not trusting getting distracted by women or something.
One of them, I don't know who, because I just wrote he tells him. So I don't know who tells who that Ali is alive and Spencer knows how to find her. Someone says that to someone.
Yes.
One of these men says it to the other one. It's not important because it's not real anyway. Then I've written Toberky interrogate. He says, maybe you were helping her hide and you didn't even know it.
Yes.
But to whom?
And then there's a bit where Ali is at the portrait and she talks about immortality, my darlings, of course. She says, you have all the pieces. What if you can't put them together and what happens? And she also says, what happens if you run out of pills?
Great
Then
question.
Spencer puts her hands down the garbage disposal, which I don't care for.
Oh.
I don't think I care for garbage disposals.
Terrifying. They scare me. Because
I
what
don't-
if you do accidentally put your hand down and it happens and you get chopped?
It's just weird. I don't like them.
You're allowed to state your opinions.
It really stressed me out. I didn't like it because they've got her hand down and then they show someone really hovering over like a button.
Terrifying.
I didn't care for it.
I didn't either.
But then, yes, we get the interrogation, which I don't listen to. I think, is this where Toberky yells at her like the stuff's in the pages that you're not looking at it? She's like, I am. And I don't know.
I think so.
Maybe it's not them.
Oh, yeah.
At the pedo apartment, Arya and Ezra have a drink. She says she wants to tell her friends about them.
And I say, girl,
No one cares.
break up with him. Break up with your boyfriend, who is a pedophile. Then Hannah is working the phone desk and getting info on the Fitzgerald Foundation. This is the peak of the black and white part for me, seeing the girly girl.
This is perfect. This is a perfect scene. She's working the switchboard. She's being gorgy. She's being productive. She's turning on the Hannah charm. She's working. It's great. And she
Killing
gets
it.
closer to finding an answer. That's all I wrote.
She looks effortless doing it too. She looks very much like she's like.
Boop, 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 boop. There's a hot scene where Paige and Emily smooch and then I think they fook.
I wrote Paige and Emily back in the closet because olden times.
Yes.
To get kiss. Ooh, they gon' fuck.
It's hot.
It's HOTTOGO. Hot to go in the closet because they have to,
Yeah. Sorry to them.
unfortunately, in this time. It is hot. It's great. Then I've written next, Toberky, great detective. Telling Spencer to think about it and use the book. Since when does the devil give you free samples?
Oh yes, that this is where he says this. Spencer has a great line that also might be the line of the episode, which is, all I've got is a book full of cruel stories, fake names, and bad poetry.
We did say in a recent episode,
So funny.
we did say recently that Aria never writes. Alison's more of a writer. She's at least written this book.
Yeah.
We never said it was good.
I didn't say it was good. I bet her stories would be fire, honestly. I think they'd be like unhinged. I can't
Yeah.
speak for her poetry.
I would argue probably.
She'd love Lana
Disgusting.
Del Rey. Oh, she'd love Born to Die.
And some could say she was.
She was.
By her own hand. Then Arya tells Spencer she and Ezra are together. And then Hannah appears and is like, I found Alison. And they're like, and then I've written they go to some kind of theatre, which is where the call came from, the Fitzgerald Art Foundation. And Alison appears and I've written she's being a cunt as per.
Yes.
She's being a cunt.
She looks gaggoo, but she's being a cunt. She lashes out at everyone.
Yes.
Spencer confronts her and she says she reckons that like Allie is setting them up for something, or she's using them as decoys to like couple the heat. It's also worth noting in the scene before with Arya and Spencer that Spencer is about to tell Arya about Ezra.
Yes.
And then Hannah walks in. So that's kind of important for
the context.
a guilt at the end of this where like Spencer keeps getting called a coward or some shit.
Yeah. And
But
then
she's trying to tell Arya.
Alison looks at Arya and says, has she told you?
Yes. Yes.
It's like, oh. And just then, of course, someone shoots at them through a window.
Yeah.
Old-timey Tommy gun, I can only assume.
Oh my God. Arya says, oh yeah, no, this was later. Sorry. Yes, then they run somewhere. They all escape. Allie tries to hit Spencer. I wrote.
I don't understand.
I don't remember that, but
And
then Ezra's calling out for Arya. We hear someone calling out for Arya.
we hear his voice. It's very reminiscent of a couple episodes ago when we got confirmed that Alison is alive. And he's like bringing back the keys.
Oh my God. Dream logic.
Dream logic.
It's dream logic.
I've heard of it. Then, yes, they hear Ezra's voice and Arya follows his voice to him.
And the girls are all talking about whether they should tell her or not, I think kind of in front of her.
Yeah.
And Allie must have said something because Arya says to Allie, I think I liked you better when you were dead.
Same girl.
Arya, who has done nothing this whole episode, great line.
Great line.
Great line read by Lucy Hale.
Important.
Arya goes up to a backlit Ezra, but for whomst the bell dongs is it? It's Toberky.
It's Toberky.
That was
Kavanaughky.
Gagoo. I was quite Gagoo.
I was Gagoo also.
I forgot. I thought that was quite
I went,
gag.
ooh, tuberculosis.
I went, okay.
King.
They paid him for this episode.
So they should. He's been gone a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Then Toberky says as he appears, we don't have much time. I hit him hard, but I only hit him once.
Dun, 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 dun,
I thought you were about to do. Dun, 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 which my nephew now sings.
Oh, I love that.
Important.
I love that. They all get in the car with Toberky. Spencer keeps complaining about being tired. Toberky keeps pushing her to find an answer, which is unhelpful.
Yeah, and he says, don't look at the book. Look at the pages.
This is where he just keeps saying that and everyone's calling her a dumb slut or something. Everyone's like, you're a coward and you're a bitch and you didn't
you're a
tell
dumb
Arya
slut.
and everyone, you dumb slut.
You dumb
suck.
slut. It's all because you're a dumb slut. And then their car that they're in the scene crashes and coincides with the sound of a gunshot.
Yes.
In the film when we're sucked back into Rosewood 2014.
And now we're back in colour maybe?
Thank God.
In
we're
this
back
episode?
in colour.
In our potty episode?
Oh, maybe. We are. Wow.
Wow. Spencer realizes now that we're out of the hallucination by Dua Lipa, Spencer realizes that details in the book have been changed by Ezra to trick them, but now they have an edge because they know that he doesn't know that they know that he doesn't know that something about those, you know what I mean?
That's exactly what I've written down word for word here. Spencer notices, things have been changed in the book. She's like, it's all a ruse. The whole point is that we wouldn't notice the things, but they don't know that I have copies. I took pictures of everything in the book.
Because she's like, I loved this.
Me too. If it's the one clue we get, I'm like, okay, it's at least something. Then the girls go to tell Ari. They're like, we're going to tell her.
They go to a fair house.
They're like, we're going to tell her that Ezra's A. We all know she doesn't. And unfortunately, she's there macking on with him.
Full macking on with
MFO.
Ezra.
Full mac, FMO.
FMO.
I had to think so hard.
They are FMOing
They're
like
going, "Fmo."
They're FMOing like mofos.
Whoa. They're MFOing like MF mofos.
LMFAO. Party rockers. And then there's an A scene that's in black and white, and it's just like at that busted up cabaret place, and there's a note on the mirror that says break a leg, stop, kisses A.
Oh yeah, we didn't even mention that when we see Alison, she's in a cabaret
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
dressing room.
She's in that. Which I was like, is this a like allegory, like an analogy for stripping? Like, what is this? Like, what? Why? Or is it just fun?
Because she's run out of money. Maybe Spencer's like, she's gonna have to
that's
sell her
kind of
body.
in like Spencer's head. I'm like, is this an analogy for something, or is like,
let's get out of Spencer's
or is it
head.
just fun?
Put me in Hannah's head.
Please.
I want a break.
Hannah hating men this episode is fabuloso.
It's gagoo.
It's really gagoo.
Ooh. And that is this episode, everyone. Time for some
Seggies. Awesome trivia, I guess, just quickly. The table read was on August 30, 2013, and filming began on the 9th of September.
Ooh.
And it ended on the 17th. This feels like a longer... sometimes like the table read is one day and then the filming is the next day. So this one might have taken a little bit to prepare.
Well, I guess because of the
That
black
old
and
time
white of it
shit.
all, they had to make it look. I wonder how much of the camera specific stuff was part of it, because it just looked beautiful in a way that the thought is clearly not put into a regular episode.
I wonder if
PLL,
there
you
are
know?
like podcast episodes about this episode by like I'm Arlene King or the cast and crew that I should have listened to beforehand.
If they're not, come on the pod.
Come on the pod.
Talk to you about it.
Come on the pod anyway, please. All right, some seggies, some segments, some seg rules. Who was the hottest adult in this episode?
Oh,
Can we count them all? In this special episode, because the actors apart from Sasha are like of age, can
Let's
we please
pretend.
can we just say that
Hannah.
Ashley Benson is the hottest adult?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
And they're all so beautiful. Like they are, it's insane how beautiful. Emily, we didn't talk about Emily. She's barely in it. She looks very hot.
She looks hot in every scene though. You know, she's kind of got
doesn't
like pretty
count.
privilege.
I
in
feel like,
terms of
and
every
especially because
scene.
like Hannah has been going through a bit of like a looks crisis throughout the season because she's been doing Spring Breakers. Like you know
her
what I mean?
character's been going through a
character's-
breakup, donating her clothes.
The costume department and the hair people, they're trying. And then this episode was just, I was like, oh my God, she's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they were waiting for this one.
Hottest adult. Okay.
What
was the yikes of the episode? What was the yikes?
I don't know. Nothing yiked me too. I mean, I guess
Like Ezra's just
Spencer
feral.
being so addicted to these pills that she's hallucinating.
Yeah, it's pretty yikes.
Maybe, you know what? The episode is the yikes.
The episode is a little bit of the yikes. And Ezra as always. But Ezra was kind of cunt in this
It was
episode
fun.
too.
It was fun. You know what?
Oh no, it was in the sorry. Cast is on you. No, I was gonna say I think it was in the previously on though, when he goes like, close the door to Mona and they're in the classroom. But I think that's from the episode beforehand because that was yikesy.
That was yikesy. I will also say a scene with Paige and Arya. Why?
It was scary.
We don't need it. Yikes.
It was the scariest scene I've ever seen.
To see a scene.
It was such a nothing nice scene as well. Truly.
Yikes.
Yikes. Who gets a buttercream from us? Daddy Hastings.
Hannah
working the switchboards.
Mm-hmm.
Spencer for figuring it out and to get her off the buttercream, to get off the pills. Get her off the boat.
Every time she needs to take a pill, instead she has a buttercream.
Perfect.
Great.
I guess Toberky, he kind of annoyed me personally, but he was helpful.
He was pulling off the hat. He was being silly duffer.
He was very handsome.
He was very handsome. He was giving Joaquin.
He was giving Joaquin. Who needs to wait for Crazy Bread from Noel Khan? Oh, Noel Khan would have looked hot in this episode. Can you imagine Jenna in this episode? Can you imagine Ashley Marin in this episode? Can you imagine Peter Hastings in this episode?
Can you imagine King Byron?
Can you imagine King Byron?
King Byron, fish lips. The funny.
Mike would have looked
professor.
gaggle as well because Mike has been looking like a little doll.
Little porcelain doll of late.
He would have looked so fun.
Get him on. Get him in. Get him up.
But yeah, who needs to wait for Crazy Bread? I mean, Spencer
Everyone.
for this whole episode.
Yeah, Spencer literally needs to. Yes, Spencer.
And I mean this as a compliment, the cast and the creatives of this episode.
Joseph Doherty.
They need to wait for Crazy Bread, but
Crazy
I will give them the Crazy Bread and be like, you can make it. I just need you to know that it is crazy.
And there will be a 10-minute wait.
Yeah. Before you see Band of Horses. Who gave us a hardcover the whole episode?
Ashley Benson in black and white.
Yeah, I was
The switchboards.
Sexy.
Mona
was Gorgini.
She was Gorgini Porcini.
She was just stunning. What gave us a soft cover? Not a lot.
The black and white. Just again, the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also I liked certain elements of it. So I don't know. Maybe we're the only two people that are in between.
I know, and I feel like cowardly for being in between, but I truly have so many complaints about it, but I'm like, but it's such good fodder for our podcast that I think that's why I'm like, I'm
Yes.
so glad it exists. I will rant about it on the pod.
And also we've
But I
seen
love
all
it.
of the opinions that are on either end of the spectrum. So
Yes.
we're like, okay, yeah, I can see how all of that is fair.
Okay, I'm glad you're in the middle too, because I'm like, we've bitched about it, but I am so thankful it exists.
Yeah.
Because it's PLL, baby.
And it's
This is why we watch the show.
it's pre-chairlift.
Oh,
Next episode.
and we are being edged.
We are being edged.
Is it
We're
next
on
episode?
The edge.
Of chairlift.
It is next episode. It's next episode.
Oh, we wanted to watch it together. We'll have to talk about it off pod.
And we did discuss getting 420 Blaze Fresh.
Smoke up.
Episode 420.
I'll do it. True. Oh my God. It's so special. Let's go.
I can't wait.
Where are we up to? Who gets a wine from Byron?
Hannah.
Hannah, the cast and creatives.
The costume design. The
cast and
DOP.
creatives- the cast and creatives get every segment award.
Give me everything tonight. That's what they're singing.
Absolutely. Spencer, no. She needs to kind of clear up.
Wait for Crazy Bread.
Needs to clear that head. Aria can have one just because she is going through something.
She's been groomed yet again.
She's been groomed. Do your homework. What was the line of the episode? It has to be, look, for me, it is get real. This is all about the anus of things.
It is. It has to be.
But I did love All I've Got Is a Book Full of Cruel Stories, Fake Names and Bad Poetry. Yeah. And I did also like I Think I Liked You Better When You Were Dead.
And men.
Men. Men, 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 ooh. Men, 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 manly men, ooh. Men, manly men.
Amen. That's what Hannah said.
The 2.5 Men intro is so fucking good. It's so
Why
good.
isn't every song not a barbershop trio of the cast?
Truly. Me and my cousin would sing that all the time.
I'd sing it in the car all the time.
Yeah. Men, 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 men. Woo, woo, woo. All right. We have to end this so we can record more episodes. So,
We love you all. Hayley, I love you.
Ash, I love you. Oh, no, quickly. I just have to, actually, no, I have to read everyone's opinions. Oh, oops. Okay. Do you mind if I just read them out?
Go.
Okay. Because everyone had so many good opinions. Okay.
Imagine a baby making that sound.
Mine will.
You only need to listen to Dark Horse on repeat for 9 months while they're in your belly. Go.
I'm gonna. Okay. is on my top 5 favorite episodes. I love the fashion and the camera work.
Yeah,
Great.
Agree.
I love the idea of film noir. I do feel like this should have been more Aria's thing instead. I agree, Susie Richter.
Absolutely.
Sandra says, love it. Liz says, right episode, wrong time. Love that.
Could not be more accurate.
Monica says, this is my fave episode of all time and I fear that those who hate it just don't get it.
Monica, we need to know more.
Gagoo.
Gagoo.
Jess says, what a waste of everyone's time. Nothing happens. It's crazy. Oh, Jess also said, hate, 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 hate. Lily says, I think it's campy. Also a fun way to show Spencer's drug-induced psychosis, lol.
Agree.
It's true. Lexi says, boring, but they look hot.
True.
That, gorgeously useless.
Gorgeous. Gooseless.
And it's Guseless, and the hotness really carries it.
Homeless, not goothless. For any of the Housewives of Beverly Hills fans out there.
Not Guseless. Lanzillas says, I skip it every time I rewatch the series. Not interested. Anne says, hate it. I always skip it. Jesselyn says, it's a direct line into Spencer's mind since it's all her dream. Oh, sorry. Okay, this is a two-parter. First, Jesselyn said, I think it's so fun and a good way to break up the storylines in season 4B. Also love that it's a direct line into Spencer's mind since it's all her dream.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Zach says, love it. I love when these shows switch it up for these fun specials. I think that's the PLL campiness that we're talking about.
Yes.
It's like we do appreciate, it's a wild move.
Because it's always episode 19 as well. Because Halloween Train was also 19, wasn't it? Am I wrong?
Oh my God, was it?
I believe so. I believe it was 319. Are all the 19 something crazy?
Wait,
Is this what we are discovering?
Halloween Train.
I mean, 19 is a wild age, you know?
It's episode 13.
Guys, it's
Oh
just
my
going to be
God.
Hayley doing the podcast from now on.
When you look at Halloween Train PLL, our podcast pops up like in the little Google, like, that's nice.
Woo!
And the picture of Adam Lambert and Lucy Hale.
As
Great.
it should. I hope that's number one above us.
Well, there's kind of like a grid and then we're in like a little video section, but it felt famous. Okay. Air maybe says, yes, I do skip this episode often, but also love that Spencer tripping is in black and white because why not? And this is the kind of behavior that almost got you shot in the back of a nightclub, also iconic.
Yes.
The more I see of men, the more I want a dog, iconic. Marius says the costumes were bomb. Hurricane Katrina says, I love this episode, it's so cheesy.
God.
I probably should have just said Katrina.
I love you guys. I love
you guys.
the dolls are hilarious.
The dolls are hilarious. There are so many of these. I love this episode. It's so cheesy. And every time Allie grabs her invisible, non-existent pearls, I die laughing. That's so true.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Click of my heels says one of the best episodes of the show. Steph says, I get secondhand embarrassment watching this.
Yes.
Lid says, hate, everyone's served, but I hate episodes that are a different style than the show.
Fair.
Wit says, hello.
Twice
says,
in one ep.
Oh, huge episode for Wit, for the doll.
For the doll.
Congratulations, Wit. Wit says, love the look, style, etc., but the storyline drives me crazy. It's not my fave, but I appreciate it. I think that also kind of sums up our vibe.
Yes, yeah.
My love Aria says, I think it's a cool episode, but I skip it every time. I personally don't think it's relevant to the show storyline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mrs. Yassi, I know this is a very good friend of the pod, but I do not know how to say this name. Hated it. LW Cisco. I actually hate this episode, lol. I'm not really sure why, but I do. I always fast forward it.
Fair.
Great. Belle, love, especially Troy and Sasha. The old Hollywood look suits them so well. I think this is pronounced Alva or Alba because I had someone I worked with that had a name spelled like this. Hated it, never watched it in full. Saw the first 5 minutes of Noir and skimmed to see it was all in B&W. Skip, lol. I think the black and white appeals to me. But I get it.
I get it. I get both.
Sean says this was the dumbest ep. This was the dumbest eps and could have been left in the drafts. Maisie May says, so cunty, so flirty, so fun. No one does it like I'm linking. We love. Some of the girls and the boys look so hot in this styling. Hannah, oh my God. TBH, I think the hair and makeup people probably had fun and TV is all about fun and joy. So just let everyone have their fun. Anyone who hates is a killjoy, silly duffer. That's over 4 messages.
Can you wait? What was the person who read that?
That was Maisie May.
Wow.
Shout out to Maisie May. I get that.
Once again, love you guys. You guys are hilarious.
You guys are amazing. Okay, 4 more.
That's so funny. And yeah.
Grace, I'll be so for real with y'all. I love this episode. I really don't get the hate. Debbie, stupid filler. Skip. Kat, love the style of this ep. Love the style of the ep, but this being Spencer's mind and what she's imagining is wild. Flynn, I honestly never liked this episode. It ruined the pacing of the season for me.
Okay.
There are more responses in our DMs that I just...
Jesus.
That was enough. Yeah, it was truly the most...
Thank you all for engaging with us.
It was incredible engagement. And I posted it like yesterday. Like it was
I know.
quick.
If you're listening and you don't follow us on Instagram, go ahead. Cool.adult. You'll find...
Come along.
You can interact with us.
It was just remarkable. Sorry. It was just remarkable how polarizing it is. Crazy.
Hayley burped.
It was kind of one of those like weird internal ones.
It was like... Ooh,
where it's like, I guess it wouldn't be picked up on the pod. But it happened.
Your tummy went... We have to go.
I think this is one of our longer episodes recently.
I think this is one of the longest ones we've ever done in our lives. Apart from, of course,
I feel like our early days, I think in our early days we recorded pretty long epis.
We did, yeah. You know what that means? Is this fourth year doing this? Fifth?
Yeah, it might be our 4th year.
That's when the fun starts. That's what they say, 4th year.
4th year, that's when it really gets fun.
That's why.
And it truly is.
It really is.
I'm really having more fun than ever doing this podcast with you. I think it's getting stupider and sillier than ever. We can't stop singing, but it is when we get in the studio together.
We make magic. What can we do? You've had a Coke. I've had one of those pills that Spencer's popping.
Am I in black and white right now? Put me back in black and white.
What do you mean? You're always in black and white to me. Imagine if that's how I found out I'm colorblind by watching this episode and being like, looks exactly the same.
You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Why are they all in old-timey clothes?
Why are they talking like that?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. All right.
Okay. This was so fun. Ash, I love you so much.
I love you, Hayley. Love you,
Dolls,
listeners.
we love you. Thank you so much for contributing your amazing opinions.
Angels.
You're all stunning.
If you're out there watching a black and white film at your kitchen sink, look up and see if there's anyone there.
Put the pills down as well.
Put the pills down, stop being distracted, and
close your damn blinds.
All right? Because
close them.
Who knows? You might be looking at the outside and it's all normal. You look down, you look back up, everything's in black and white.
Hannah might be staring back at you. Hannah might be staring back at you.
Toberky might be there whacking someone over the head.
Dale might be there in old-timey get-up, which I would like to see.
Dale might be there trying to run away from someone whose nose is dripping.
Do you have like a cold or something?
Hey, so what's going on with that? What's you say you're just dripping a bit?
Iconic line.
Would you like a Claritin? You allergies? You know?
I think she is like, I have allergies.
Allergies to being sober.
That's funny.
And with that undeserved laugh.
Toberky. Hat tip.
Listeners, if you didn't know, we actually have a Patreon, which we call the Dollhouse. So come hang out in our Dollhouse.
We also have a YouTube channel, so if you want to watch this episode and other episodes, head to our YouTube channel and subscribe.
And you can find all updates at our Instagram or look in the episode show notes.
We love ya.
We love you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Cool and Adult. We appreciate you more than Alison appreciates immortality, my darlings. Please give the show some love by giving us a 5-star rating and review on your podcast platform of choice.
You can stay up to date on episodes by following our Instagram at call.and.adult, as well as our respective Instagrams at Ashley Crapapp and at Hayley Tanto. Have a lovely day, and don't forget,
Shut your damn blinds!
See ya! Call an Adult is recorded on the stolen lands of the Boonwurrung and Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of the land. Sovereignty was never ceded.